Welcome to the Official Personality Guru. Everyone has their own set of personal struggles and things that are just naturally draining for them. While we all have struggles and difficulties in life, for each person, these are often different. What one individual finds challenging, the next might find simple and easy. Certain struggles are tied to personality types, and some types are just more naturally prone to finding difficulty in these things. It is important to recognize these struggles and realize where certain types might feel overwhelmed. Knowing these struggles can help us to overcome them or find means of lessening the frustrations we feel in these areas of our lives. Today, let's talk about the frequent INTP struggles which they experience in life. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to the Official Personality Guru and ring the bell icon to get regular updates on our latest uploads. And if you like this video, click the thumbs up button and share it with your friends. INTPs are known to be a rare personality type, and with rarity comes its own set of unique and often frustrating struggles. For the INTP, there are plenty of things that become challenging in their lives, mostly because they are so different and often misunderstood. They do their best to overcome these struggles, or, at the very least, focus on things that make it easier for them. INTPs don't want to appear emotional or weak, but that doesn't mean that their struggles can't be a bit draining and overwhelming at times. While they want to focus on things that are more logical, even they have times when they are feeling emotionally exhausted. 1. Being misunderstood. INTPs often feel misunderstood by others, mostly because of how their minds work. It isn't easy for the INTP to outwardly explain or express themselves, and this is something that creates challenges in their lives. Even when the INTP wants to express a thought or feeling, it can be a struggle to make other people fully comprehend. The INTP's thought process can go in so many different directions, and so most people are incapable of following down these different paths. This makes it a struggle for the INTP to explain how they know something, and so people often don't trust them until after they have already been proven right. Their strong intuition helps the INTP come up with the solutions and answer to problems, but not everyone trusts the INTP, and this is ultimately their downfall. While the person making the mistake to ignore the INTP is the one who suffers, they still rarely give the INTP the credit they deserve for being right all along. This is something that can often leave the INTP feeling alienated, especially when it comes to relationships. They find themselves never truly feeling like they can express their emotions and thoughts in ways that people can fully understand. INTPs can be viewed as cold because of this, especially since they aren't outwardly expressive people. In truth, they are necessarily cold people, as some INTPs care deeply about making lasting connections and finding people who can accept and love them. This is why it is a struggle for them to feel so misunderstood, especially when they so deeply want to understand people. 2. Feeling distant. INTPs need a lot of time to themselves, and this can cause them to feel alienated sometimes. They might end up diving into this seclusion for long periods, and this can make them feel distant from people later on. This is something that can be overwhelming for the INTP, especially since they don't want to be completely disconnected from people. They need plenty of time alone, but that doesn't mean they want to be lonely all of the time. For the INTP, this distance is something they cause for themselves sometimes as well, since they have trouble letting people in. This is something that INTP struggles with throughout life, especially when they want to find ways of being more open and connected. They might have times when they try to change this and find ways of connecting and not feeling so alienated, but the INTP does struggle with this throughout their lives. 3. Incredible goals but a lack of motivation. INTPs are dreamers with vivid and active inner minds, and because of this, they often have grand goals. They come up with so many new ideas and become truly excited about these different possibilities. While the INTP has grand and exciting goals, motivation can be a struggle for them. INTPs become bored easily when they dive into a task, and so they find themselves lacking the motivation to continue. Having such incredible ideas and plans can be stressful for the INTP when they can seem to find the motivation to get these things done. INTPs are visionaries, and they are extremely creative people with so many different possibilities the world can be completely open to them. While their minds and sense of logic can make the INTP capable of just about anything, their attention span might be something that holds them back, lacking the motivation to get down to business and finish these projects is something that can be a struggle and frustration for the INTP. 4. Skepticism. INTPs are often skeptical people, and this causes them to doubt the intentions of most. When they get to know someone, it can be hard for the INTP to truly open up or trust them. Constantly being skeptical of others is something that the INTP struggles with, especially when they are trying to make romantic connections. While they want to feel close to people, they rarely find themselves willing to be vulnerable. INTPs often doubt the intentions of those around them and can be fearful that someone is not being completely honest. This skeptical nature is a struggle because it can keep the INTP from ever getting truly close to people, even when they want to. They try their best to find ways of getting closer, but without really trusting people, this can be rather difficult. The INTP goes back and forth with this throughout their lives, and so their skeptical nature really can be a struggle for them. 5. Anger. Sometimes INTP has bouts of anger, partly because of idiots. It usually cools down quickly, but they need some philosophical reframing when they get hot. They have this problem partly because of the emotional side sometimes not being developed enough, and then when they are put into a situation where their rational cards are not to be used, they can have fits of less desirable emotion. 6. INTP is aloof. Genius but aloof. They may struggle to keep things tidy. Better yet, they may drift with the wind with an excellent idea and forget whatever it was they were previously following. Look, a biker is going down the highway in a chicken suit. 7. They are all about facts. More facts and more facts. This can be intimidating and hard for others to understand, partly because others are unable to retain so many facts, but also because many are unequipped to carry a conversation with an INTP for too long. How about you? As an INTP or any other personality type, what are your struggles that you experience in life? Be sure to watch until the end and share your experience for a chance to have your comment pinned. 8. Reckless troublemakers. They see where the weak point of the law is, and they're too excited with something else that they must just end up shooting themselves in the foot. 9. INTP is pretty random and pretty weird. If not embraced popularly in a community, they'll go way down into some pretty funky stuff. They don't care what others think, and sometimes another personality is good at helping direct the INTP, so it doesn't fall off into the brinks of insanity. Before we continue, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to give us a like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the Official Personality Guru for more amazing videos. Don't forget to ring the bell icon to stay updated with our content. 10. Blunt and sometimes impatient. They've already figured it out and can't figure out why you're in such a slow, boring mode.